What are the basics of, hey, I'm coming to the US for the first time, or I'm coming for this trade show specifically. What ducks do I need to have in a row?
Well, and that's it. It's not hard, but there's probably a couple things here people will pick up on. Again, I'll say the first thing worth mentioning is the U.S. entry policies to our country remain consistent with what they've always been, and lawful international travelers absolutely welcome. Uh, we know the new administration's taken a much closer look at some people, but the rules, the procedures remain the same. So I think the first thing before you travel, you want to prepare the documents that are required. Number one is a valid passport, right? So if you're coming to the US, um, one thing you may need to be aware of is that passport expiration date. It must be valid for at least 6 months beyond your intended stay date, unless you're a citizen of an exempt country. Some countries, they waive that rule for. But just remember, if your passport's going to expire within 6 months of your travel, you want to get it renewed before that trip. So that's the first thing I'd say. If you're in need of a visa or what's called an ESTA, which is the electronic system for travel authorization, um, most not most, but probably half of business travelers require either what's called a B1 or a B2 visa. So that's easy enough to apply for online. There's a form that you can fill out. You've got to have your passport information, but that's where it starts. And then if you are a traveler from the visa waiver program, then you would apply for ESTA, the electronic system for travel authorization. And again, that's another form online. If you are applying for a visa and you've never done that, there's a form called a DS 160 form, and you can complete that online. Once you get that and submit electronically, you then schedule a visa interview at your local U.S. embassy or consulate. There's a fee to get that. It's under $200. It's about $180, $185. And you just want to bring all your required documentation to that meeting. So your passport, your photo, any supporting material. If you say you're coming for the Consumer Electronics Show or the IMTS show in Chicago, you may have some stuff that shows you've registered for that. But just anything like that is helpful for your cause.
And you probably want to have that well in advance, right?
You do. I think you do. And so most people that are taking a trip that, internationally to an international show, for example, I've got one that I do every 3 years in Germany that is huge for our industry. It's called Euroshop, and it's in Germany every year. And it's February. Um, I'm already looking at hotels now. I haven't registered for the show yet, but I do know I'll go there. I have documentation from last year. I know how to apply for the show if I needed to. I felt I needed to bring and get that. So in the past, I have not needed a visa. We were an exempt country. I'm not sure what the new rules might be for Americans traveling to that show, so we'll keep an eye on that. But if you're looking for an expedited entry, and a lot of people will sort of wait last minute. If you're eligible, um, most of us in the U.S. know about the TSA program, which helps you skip lines. There's an international one called Global Entry, another one called Trusted Traveler Program. Enrolling in one of those can absolutely help you expedite your way through a lot of that travel experience. So that's what I'd say you want to be prepared in advance
Yeah.
for documents.
And this is something for those that haven't come to the US from overseas. You don't have to do it from every country, at least every single time you're coming. A lot of times, whenever you go through this interview process to establish your ESTA, you are able to come for a period of 5 years or 10 years, and then you can make trips back and forth as need be. So it's not like, oh man, I'm going to put all this money and this time and energy into this for coming. Come to multiple shows, come every year,
Yeah.
but establish this. And it's also a good reminder for those that, hey, is your form expiring? Like, is your visa going to be expiring soon? Do you need to schedule that interview? just go and check and make sure
Yeah.
that you have everything in place.